Downtown, I got that heat, let's go.
Hey. I can hear myself. I don't know.
Oh, how about I talk now? All right.
There you go.
Sorry, I was talking to the wife and asking some questions.
Oh, okay.
And I wasn't listening to the
so
intro.
So you just put the mute button on the wife right now, huh?
Yeah. All right,
you get away with a lot. You really do.
Yeah, I do. I do get away with a lot. I'm a lucky man. So, hey, thanks everyone for joining us here on Streaming Matters, where we're going to talk about tech streaming. We're going to talk about things that may impact your streaming, some security things that you may want to take a look at. Gaming. We'll jump into gaming. So we care about a lot of stuff. So it's me and my co-host here, Alban. Thank you for joining me, Alban.
How you doing, brother?
Nice. Doing well, and I'll glance through the people on the side chat. We usually say hey to the people that have joined us, and just love when people join us live because they're taking time out of their day to come hang out with us. And so many of these folks hang out with us every Friday, so it's awesome to have loyal people. We got 619. He was the first one here. He was like an hour, 2 hours early. Yeah. So as soon as I created the show, the mug was in there. So Eddie came in second. Nice for him to see him. Red's joined us as always. Yeah.
But first, I just do want to point out, so Hill, I hope you're okay. You know,
he's farther down the list.
No, he is. He is further down the list. So, so what were you listening to that you didn't come on in time? You must be listening to something good.
Yeah, we
Okay,
know
go
that.
ahead. I'm
A
sorry.
private joke on that. If anybody's not watched us before, Sahil is normally our first person that's going to be in the queue. He's watching he's like in it, and he's usually listening to music to us. So that's why we ask him what was he listening to. He must have been tied up with some music. So
Yep.
Steve, thank you for hanging out with us. Miss Gloria, thank you for hanging out with us, Gloria. Thank you, thank you. And Beach is also broadcasting the simulcast on big screen. So we are the only YouTube show that is being broadcast here as well as on big screen. And the Beach will be happy. Him and Roger, if they're both in there, will be happy to answer any questions about the stuff I talk about. If it doesn't make sense, feel free to ask them in that chat. They'll be happy to help you. Let's see, Shrinking Sharon. Nice to see her. Theodore's hanging out with us. Canuck, what's up? What's up? She's hanging out with us again on Friday, and we'll probably see her after show when we do the after show. Maybe some Oculus. Who knows what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
Monkey 28's hanging with us, and look at it. There's Soheil. He was actually right before the show kicked off. So nice him.
Okay. All right.
Stuart, I talked to Stuart this morning. Nice to see him. And my man Charles is in the house. He's over here hanging with us. Nice to see you, Trevor. And Mandy's hanging with us. Donnie been hanging with us. Leon Lismurf. Silent One's hanging with us. We got lots of our regular folks that are hanging with us, and I certainly appreciate everything that you guys hanging out with us. I mean, I feel it's an honor to take up somebody's live time because nobody watches shit live anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, it's everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, Philly Dave, yeah, that's that's one. Actually, I paid the royalties for that song. I actually did. I actually paid royalties for something because I liked that one. I was like, and the guy that did it deserved it. Ruben, we got Chuck and Blinds Eye. So we got lots of our folks, and I certainly appreciate it. Patty, thank you in there. C-Man, I saw C-Man in there. C-Man, nice to see you. I hope he's feeling better. He's just kind of been under the weather lately, so thoughts and prayers out to C-Man. He's just kind of getting under the weather, so you guys kind of throw a prayer out there for my man. So you lost the Blinds Eye. Look down below.
Okay.
Yeah, in the show details right below. I have a link.
Oh,
there's Chuck. Chuck's already on it. So we're going to cover different projects, different topics. Do you have something, Dalvin?
No. You
okay.
Go.
All right, so we're going to go ahead and get cranked up, and we'll sometimes be a little hard and heavy, or I will be on the topics. Try to cover a lot of topics and that I think that interest me and interest Alban, and we're hoping that it interests you. So if Alban and I feel like it's something that may impact you, or that you'd say, oh, I good to know about that. That's the kind of things we look to try to find the topics. On this one, there's some little talk about Google delisting thousands of websites URLs. Now, that does not mean that the website is gone. It does not mean that it's not been taken away, that URL's not been taken away. But what they do is they just don't put it on the search engines. So it doesn't go on the Google search engine. So if somebody Googled for that name, they wouldn't be able to find it. So if you know what the URL is, you type the URL is, it's not even going to affect you. Or if you bookmarked it, it's not going to affect you, but only if you're using the Google search. So, I mean, that was one of the questions. So we're going to, one of the other things is that Google is doing this voluntarily. There is no court order that they have to remove these URLs. So they're actually taking it an extra step. Basically, FACT or MPAA basically says, hey, will you remove these URLs off of your list? And now Google's not needing a court order anymore. So I feel like Google's jumping out and doing things that without actually being ordered to do it. They're doing it voluntarily up front. So basically, if some ISPs, and we know ISPs, and this is the people in the UK suffer the most with this, is about site blockage, to where you can't access a site because it's blocked by your ISP. So the ISPs are sending these URLs to Google, and now Google is taking them off of their search engine. That's I think Google's jumping in front of it. I think it's gonna happen over time, anyways. But we're going to need to take some precautions. You're going to need to start preparing for stuff because we like to give people the heads up so you can get ready for things before it actually happens. So I'm thinking for most people, Google using Google is not their first choice for a search engine. But is it your search engine, Google?
Um, yes and no.
Okay.
Uh, yes, because of a lot of the other apps that I do use from
Hmm.
Google. Uh, no, because of how they, how I am with Google, how I feel
Yes.
because of
Yes. Yes. And
and
that's
so
yes.
that's what's been pulling me away from them
Yeah.
because of that, because if they could, do that to me, they can do it to anyone,
Yeah.
and I just don't think it's right, So I'm learning to live my life without
Hmm.
a lot of the other Google products,
Right. I mean, because
not
well, we know that Google owns so much, right?
yeah,
And
they own
so
everything, they do,
everything falls under their umbrella. I mean, YouTube will fall
yeah,
underneath there. And so different
hmm
apps. So if you get in Google jail or you get in trouble or
hmm
your uh, name gets flagged or your email gets flagged by them, they can cover a lot of products with that one blocking that one email address. So I think that
hmm
it's concerning that they're removing them and they're also doing it on their own
yeah.
with just being asked. They don't need a court order, but it's not going to affect you a ton if you know where you need to go. It's just going to be if you were searching for stuff. So I was going to. That's going to lead me into, and I'm actually going to jump a few topics, Alban. I'm going to
Oh,
swip
oh, so
over.
you can hit them then?
Oh,
Oh,
oh yeah, yeah.
I'll do it. No,
Can you grab it?
before, yeah, I'll
Yeah.
grab it. But before
Yep.
you do that, Blindside had mentioned that DuckDuckGo is also blocking
Oh,
things now.
okay.
So just so you, so
Yeah.
we at
Well,
least get that,
yeah. We're
there
actually gonna
before
yeah,
I
because
do.
we're gonna talk about some alternatives in just a second.
Okay.
But yeah, good point. So
Okay.
if you look on the one where I had that Google, the one where they collecting your messages and phone information,
Yeah. 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 Okay.
about the
All right.
sixth item, I was with this. So we were just talked about Google's removing URLs from their search engines, and then you read an article here and that it says that they're collecting your messages and your phone app data. And your messages, it says that it only gathers a small amount of your messages or a small message, but it
hmm
will supposedly it may store it and your if you make a phone call, uh, what number you called from, how long did you talk, and when you hung up.
hmm
Which to me, I would have thought was commonplace, anyways. I feel like who you call when you call is pretty much given. I mean, to be
Yeah.
tracked down. So someone thinking
Right.
that that information isn't being saved is, that's being saved at the
The
phone
amount of
company.
things that are saved on a phone are incredible. Like if you're uh, take your phone and you're making a call, and then you
Hmm.
switch that call to speaker. Do you
Yeah.
know a lot of different phones actually save that file on the phone for you?
No. No.
Yeah, yeah. They have like a hidden
Mm.
directory in there somewhere that they save the file.
They say
I found it one day by accident, and I was like, "Holy crap!"
all right. So that
I was
hey, I'm
amazed.
gonna have to. We need to look that up. We need to look up where to
Yeah,
find that because now you got my interest. Because how often do you hit speaker on your phone? If you're doing
quite
something
often.
and you
Yeah,
just hit the speaker. So
I don't
yeah,
know if
we're
it
gonna have
was
to find
because
some
of
information on that.
another app I had on there, but
Hmm.
that's the other reason why we have to look at the apps that we load on there, because
Yep.
an app can load something on there that says, okay, save all this, and then
Yep.
it'll send it out to wherever it needs to.
Yep. Yep. And it's in when it read throughs there, most of the time we give permissions for stuff, right? You install an app and
hmm
we get the list of permissions. How many people actually think about that? They just accept them and they move on. But if you one of the issue with this is that Google never had you allow them the message, your SMS, and your phone. You didn't give them permission, so there's kind of a little bit of a fuss about how big of a deal this is. My concern is about the text messages, which again, I wouldn't have thought that them being encrypted anyways. So to me,
Hmm.
if I send a text message, I would think that's retrievable. Wouldn't you? If you send a
Hmm.
text message to someone, would you think that's
Oh
hidden
yeah.
that
Oh
nobody?
yeah.
You,
But I even store them myself because like I,
uh,
I, I back up my phone, I back up my messages and numbers and contacts just in
yeah,
case if I lost it, I can at least get back to those.
yeah.
Sometimes you have messages you want to keep, and being able to back them up, you use this SMS backup, that comes with your phone, and you back
My
it
man,
up,
be he's like, well, you never
I
know when
back
I might
everything
need
up.
that
Data is
message.
key. Never know. Listen, it has come in handy for me. You
I
understand?
bet. I bet you got a
These things
reason.
do come in
My
handy.
man, he'll be like
Yeah,
saving some
I do
shit.
have reasons. Yep. Hey,
Uh,
it's only a small file. You
yeah,
know.
but if you got a million of them, it's not a small
Yeah.
file
It,
anymore.
it's still, but it's still information that you have.
Yeah,
You know.
yeah, yeah. And you like to keep records of stuff. So just I don't want to be
Yeah.
talking about no drug deals when Albin's texting me.
No.
I can't be talking
Oh
any
no,
drug
no. I
deals or
don't do
nothing
that.
because he's gonna have all my messages. Damn popo get me. So hey, but so so you guys just be careful. You may see some stuff about this. There's nothing you can do about this. You can't opt out, but it's been shown 3 days ago. An article's written about this about Google possibly storing your messages and your phone data. Um, so that leads me kind of like when we talked about Chrome, some alternatives. And so my thought, I was going to throw it out here to us and the people over here on the side chat. And you kind of have to help me with that, Alban, if somebody says
Hmm. Yeah, that
mentions
I'm
another
going back and
browser.
forth. Yeah.
So we're
Yeah.
going to talk about the privacy of what privacy browsers, other browser options, because you don't have to, or you don't, or your search engine, excuse me, your search engine. You don't have to necessarily use Google's search engine. You can use any browser and usually change the search engine in it. So some of this article was about some of the other alternatives to Google as a search engine. One of the first ones was called Startup, and I had never heard of this one. Did you, Aubin?
No, I haven't heard of
Startup?
it.
Yeah. So basically, it says it's Google without the tracking. So basically, it's mirroring the same results, but it kind of doesn't give out the information that, or the tracking information that the normal Google search would do. It says, well, I was I want to put my tinfoil hat on. So
Hmm.
you should know, this is part of the Nine Eyes Intelligence Alliance. So
Okay.
it falls under those countries that if you're one of the people that are trying
Hmm.
to hide everything you're doing, you would not want to be using this browser because it falls under the Nine Eyes. Is that
Under
right? Is
that.
that how it
Yeah.
goes?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where they'll
I believe so.
possibly could get your information. So startups or start page, excuse me, start page. And again, whatever browser you're using, if you go into the options, you almost always can change the URL to a new search engine. It'll ask you what search engine you want to
Hmm.
use. You can put it in there.
You want to use,
Um,
especially like with Vivaldi, how that does it. I
yeah.
think it's pretty neat. That's why when you asked before, it's just like, well, I use Vivaldi now. I can get to switch whatever I want to do right now.
Did they change the search engines in it?
Yeah, you can open in the
Okay.
top where you can have your engine that you want to use to search. You can just, it
Oh,
has a drop down, and you
oh,
can just
okay.
pull anything that you want, which is really neat.
Oh, on the left side. Okay. And look at, they have start page.
Yeah, wherever you put it.
Start page is
Yeah.
there. Google, Nivea, which
Oh yeah.
Nivea wasn't even on my
Okay.
list. Yahoo,
Hmm.
Bing. So yeah, right there built into the Vivaldi browser, which that's another browser that is a little bit more secure than a lot of the others with the cookies and all that kind of stuff. That has it right up here in the top. They can see that. Alvin,
Uh,
are you able to see the search
yeah,
engine?
they could see. Yeah, they should be able to see that. Yeah, yeah, they could
Okay.
see it.
All right.
I had to look at
Um,
my TV.
So, and well, another one, and this one I use a lot is DuckDuckGo. It's gotten kind of
Yeah.
popular, gotten to be the buzz thing. DuckDuckGo, which is supposed to be more secure and doesn't give out cookies as much and supposed to keep you a little bit safer. It works really well. It said when you read through the article, it says that its results were pretty similar to what you would get off of if you use Google. But again, privacy is supposed to be what their selling point is. It is part of the extension of the Five Eyes Intelligence Alliance. So if you're one of the people watching out for that stuff, I just thought it was when I saw those. Another one, and I have not used this, and I don't know about what some of the other people in the side chat.
Right.
Brave.
Yeah. So yeah. A couple have. Yeah. If you look at the start stuff I put there for you,
Oh,
you'll
let me
see.
grab that. All right, so let's see. Yeah, I was going to talk about Swiss Cow in a minute. Pre-search, I've not heard of that one. Brave. Yeah, that might be one that Octavia's talking about, but I think Brave. So yeah, I've never used Brave, but
No, neither have
it's
I.
got some. Says it pulls. It is reliant on Google to get its results. So if Google blocks something and you use this search engine,
Brave.
you
Yeah,
would be
it's not
getting the
gonna
same
work.
results. So yeah, because it's
Yeah.
blocked. So just keep that in mind. If you're a person that's looking for certain content, if Google's blocked it, Brave would not be able to see it. But yeah, so creator from the co-founder of Mozilla, one of the co-founders of Brave. So part of the
Okay.
Brave search engine.
That piqued my interest.
Yeah, 2 people from Mozilla. Yeah, Brandon and Brian, both of them are former
No, okay.
Mozilla people.
Good.
So Brave. All right, I might check that one out.
Were you a Netscape guy?
No, I didn't
No.
like Netscape. I didn't have AOL because we didn't want to pay. We paid some. Can't remember what other. Because I didn't use Netscape.
Yeah.
What was the other one back then? Was MSN?
No.
Wouldn't have been. It'd have been Internet Explorer.
Yeah. Yeah, Internet Explorer was there. And Netscape. I think those were the two powerhouse. Because all the CDs that would come in the mail were either for Netscape or for
AOL.
AOL.
America Online.
And I wasn't an AOL person at all.
We got this one, Swiss Cows. Swiss Cows is a Swiss-based search engine, Swiss as in Swiss-based. It said that it pulls its results. Mostly, they're similar to Bing, so maybe the Bing is their library where they're pulling from. So it is Swiss Cow, and it did say it is not. So if you're a person that's worried about the eyes, the 9 eyes, 5 eyes, whichever number of eyes it is, Switzerland is not part of the intelligence alliance. So if you're a person that's not wanting to be in a country outside of that alliance, then Swiss Cows may be your search engine. I've never heard of Swiss Cow until I was looking at this.
No. 2 cows maybe, but not Swiss cows.
You got Search Encrypt, which is another one I'd never heard of. Results are in a content partnership. Search engines include Google, Bing, and Yahoo. Okay. Does not retain server logs, IPs, doesn't store tracking cookies. After 30 minutes of inactivity, your browser history is erased. So after 30 minutes of there is no browser history. I actually do use my browser history.
So do I. But they just said, who was it? Was it someone that I know? Just recently, I read something about hitting. Maybe it's on your phone to be able to remove the last half hour of your browsing history.
I don't know.
Just to like the last half hour. You just hit a button and it's gone.
This search engine does it on.
Guess that's for when the girlfriend just grabs your phone. Says, "Show me your phone," and
your material history. I want your history. I know hey, my phone's wiped. It's nothing. I don't do nothing but talk to you all day. Another one called OneSearch. I've never heard of this one. Owned by Yahoo's parent company, Verizon. So Verizon owns it. So you're owned by another big company there. But search results are equal to Bing. So that one has advanced, and you are seeing a lot of this in a lot of apps about these privacy modes, or they're starting to add a lot of that. So if you're a person that's wanting to protect yourself and not wanting people to know where you've been, or servers to track you on the website side of it, and those are some of the search engines you want to go and take a look at those settings. Metagear, I've never heard of that. German based.
Yeah. Metagear.
Mojeek. This is part of the Five Eyes. So it's a 5 or 9. See. So I don't know what's some other. What other? Did anybody else throw out any search engines?
Not anything else that we haven't spoke about.
All right.
Octavia saying AOL is owned by Verizon.
So let's see. We'll jump back to. We'll go to this. We'll go to this topic because I'm gonna catch back up in my right order. So we were gonna go through. I was gonna run through on the Torrent Freak type of news, that things that they've posted that I thought may interest some of our viewers and the people that watch the show. So we had more talk about IPTV sellers that have been arrested, and that happens every week. You see that. Well, now we did have some prison sentences for some people, and I'll usually read through it to see what the service is. Auburn's airplanes. You got your damn window open again, Auburn.
Yeah. No, the window isn't even open. I think that no. You want to know what it is?
What's it?
Because gas is so expensive, the planes are flying a little bit lower.
No way. They're loud. I haven't heard planes landing in a while at your place. They're using the aerodynamics of all the buildings here in New York, catching like a little pillow of air. So all right. So let me get back to my.
Think about how much money it is in gas. You know what? I got to start going back to the airport and grabbing gas. You know what I mean?
All the planes are flying lower. Everybody's flying lower. Don't worry about topping off those trees. The jets are going to come by and clear them out. It'll be just any minute now.
The beach is lucky. He's got the jets flying by him now.
All right, he's got all the military stuff.
Yeah, he's got the military.
So, but I was going to say, so I read through these articles most of the time. 90% of the time, it's a service that I might have heard of or might not have, but it's usually not that big of a deal. So I'm reading through this article here, and it is what it is, and it was back in 2018, September 2018, when there was an arrest of some people, and I didn't really care, and I'm like reading through it, until I get down to this part. Let's see. That's big enough for you to read there, Auburn? For people to see?
11? Hold on. Well,
let me see. Yeah, they can read it.
A little bit better. Yeah, it's better. Yeah.
Auburn's on that 3-second delay.
No, it's not that I look at what's live when I'm talking with you, and then I have my TV in front of me with showing the show, and there, it's actually perfect to see, but I don't think everyone at home is watching off of the TV set.
Well, so reading through it, and it said the different people that had been arrested and now were actually convicted, and it's basically IPTV stuff and running. And I saw this name, Mikey1234, and it says has been involved in the development and distribution of a software include the K add-ons that facilitated accessing copyrighted content. And I remember that name, and back in the day. Do you guys remember Zunity? Zunity was a repository because you had TVA, you had NAN, Noobs and Nerds, and then you had Zunity. And Zunity, I cannot remember the add-on what was the name of that add-on that would have an ad while it was scraping? Do you guys remember that one?
Um,
Let me
I
see if anybody.
remember it.
See if any. Oh, let's go live. All right, let me go down here. New comments.
Um,
But Mikey ran. It was the Zunity repository, and he quit. He quit back in like 2017. So it made me wonder. And probably Mark Chuck will probably remember who Mikey. It was the Zunity repository, and they had one big add-on that would have an ad. When it was scraping, it would run an ad up there. And I used to say, nobody seems to have an issue with that ad running, and there's ad money being made within an add-on. It was the only one that ever did it. So hopefully someone will remember that. But Mikey1234, he was in the K community early on, way back when. And so it just makes me wonder. So he quit. So he's probably doing IPTV prior to that, of course, of leaving. And then left the K community because he was making enough money. Well, he was making enough money off his IPTV and going with that. So I don't know how many of the other people were involved in the K app. But he got hit with 5 years of imprisonment running concurrently to serve half of his sentence. So was given, we don't know how much he'll serve out, but 5 years, 5.5 years is that he was given. Kieran, 3 years. Amanda, 18 months. And Robert down here just says 8 months suspended. So there's just, when I saw the Mikey name, I remembered, of doing the add-on, and I cannot remember the name of that add-on. I cannot believe that Mark don't remember it. I don't even see. He said can't remember the name. It wasn't Salt. It wasn't Ice Films. Wasn't Exodus. Wasn't Genesis. Not Phoenix. iStreams. 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 That's what it was called. So I with the stream and
stream.
And that add-on was the only one that I've ever seen when it was scraping. It would have a little 10-15 second ad running up there. And I thought it was ingenious. That's what. And nobody complained about it. It was in TVA's repository, or no, it wasn't in TVA. It was in the Zunity repository. So, yeah. So, Mikey1234. So he got hit with, and there was a bunch of money, but so, yeah, that's a blast from the past, and it's just kind of, for us old timers, we'll remember Mikey1234. So hopefully everything will go out all right with him. Hopefully it'll just be a suspended sentence. They'll say, you got this many years and not give it to you. So, jumping topics, we'll go to does cord cutting really save you money? We talked a little bit about this last week. We were talking about how much people are paying. And in this particular ad, it actually breaks down and talks so that you kind of get a look at what the service and how much you may be paying. Because a lot of times, I don't think people realize how much they're paying until because they don't write it down. You're paying Netflix. And here it is.
I say it all the time.
What? Protect your neck?
I say that all the time. No, protect your neck, man, because it's like, you're getting banged on all these little different things.
Yep, and it adds up. So, in the next couple articles, we're going to kind of look at the pricing of some of this stuff. And I'm not saying don't sign up for some of these services, because if this service fits your needs,
you want to watch it.
It has what you want. It has it in the format you want it, the availability that you want it, and it's a price that you're comfortable with. Fine, but then go with it. But if you're a person that you sign up for something for 1 or 2 shows, keep in mind that once you sign up, most times you'll never unsign up until you can't make your car payment. You're like, what are we paying? I can't remember. But take a look at some of these prices and see if any of these ring in your head. You got Netflix. I'm not going to say basic, because ain't nobody got no damn basic. I mean, most people are going to pay.
I have basic. No,
Netflix?
Believe it or not, I have basic because I refuse to keep paying them for
Yeah.
a higher level when I started out with them forever. I should have been grandfathered with Netflix, and they just kept raising the price, and I've been using it less and less, but I still wanted to keep it,
Yeah.
and that's the only reason why. It's like because I don't I don't use it for anything. I really don't use it because it's not like
Yeah.
I use my phone and say, oh, I'm gonna watch something on Netflix while
Yeah.
I'm in the
Yeah.
doctor's
Yeah.
office. No, I'm connecting to my Plex. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
I
Yeah. Yeah. You have that.
drink up
Yeah. The
everyone.
availability.
You know, yeah. You
Now,
know
I'm
what
not
I'm
drinking
saying?
tonight,
So
but
okay.
mm, so, but yeah. So you're paying the $9 a month. Most people that want to have more than one user or more, you want to have multiple users in your house or in or outside your
Hmm.
house, and you want 4K, you're going to be paying that 15, $16 an hour. I think Blue pays
Hmm.
$19.99 because of being Canadian.
Hmm.
But
Right.
so Netflix, but again, you got to decide if that bang for the buck. Disney Plus, if you add Disney Plus on top of your Netflix, I guess it's a bundle, which I didn't know
Hmm.
they had that. You're looking at $23, almost $24. Prime. So, I see what they're doing. So you're giving it together.
Those
So
are
if you
adding
have,
they're adding them
yeah,
all up.
yeah.
Yeah.
So if you signed up for, you got Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, Netflix all together, you're looking at
Hmm.
$38. So you got
Hmm.
just
A
Netflix,
month.
Disney, and Amazon, which most people sign up for Amazon for the shipping, not so much for the
Hmm.
the
Yeah.
the TV. I mean the TV, but we'll talk about Amazon. Actually, they loaded up some more shows. Uh, so if you have HBO Max, so you have the standard package, you add HBO Max ad-free version. Now you're up to $56, and you only have Netflix,
Hmm.
Disney, Amazon, and HBO. People think, oh, I just got those 4 services. You're at $53 worth of services. Add Hulu to it, you're at $66.
Hmm.
Oh, you got to have Paramount because we need it for Discovery. Is Discovery on that? Discovery, Yellowstone, some of those other
Um,
big shows.
um, could be.
Yeah, I think
I
so.
don't
But
know.
if you add Paramount Plus, you're up to $76 of monthly payments that you're making.
Hmm.
Most likely off your credit cards. You don't even think about it. For the folks over in the UK, if they add BritBox to it, you're up to $83. Add Apple TV Plus. Now you're up to $88. Oh, you got to have Peacock next. Now you're up to $72. So
Yeah.
the point is that some people are like, well, I wouldn't have all those services, but you need to take a look at what you do have and decide, do I really need that? Does it fit my budget? Because there's other options. And so you could easily be a cord cutter. I'm not paying the cable company, or I'm not paying
Hmm.
DirecTV. You kiss my ass. But you're already, if you're not careful, you could be paying the $90 before you
Hmm.
know it.
Right. Right.
So Um, and the second article here kind of plays right into it, the golden age of streaming, and it and it was this is in the UK. They did a study. What could you be paying? And it's basically if you had all the services, just you kept doing like that. You kept just adding service after
Hmm.
services.
Adding them.
Um, you're looking at it's $2,500 a year that you could be paying if you're having,
Right.
if you're paying for a bunch of streaming services, you know, people right now who think everything is great because you get to watch what you want when you want. And in this article,
Hmm.
it actually talked about the hours that we're given now compared to what we used to. Uh, they said, let's see, right now you have your streaming ability. You're able to watch 130,000 hours of TV now.
Right.
In 2016, it was measured at about 30,000 hours of content that was available to you.
Hmm.
So we've quadrupled the amount of content that we're
Quadrupled
given.
it. Yeah.
So you can watch so many different things, and so everyone has all these services. They're locked in. I got to have this. I got to have that. So, just be careful what you sign up for. Just make sure that it's a need, and if there's other options, we talk about the K app on here all the time. We talk about APKs. We talk about getting a subscription to different things. We talk about Debrid, or we premiumize, or news groups, or Plex. There's lots of other options. So don't get locked in and think, well, I've got to pay for that, because if you're willing to do a little work, you can save some money. But you do have to do a little bit of work. I'm telling you, Alban, them planes are fucking low, bro.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I'm busting your balls. I'm
No.
telling you, I swear you could probably. I think I'm hearing the wheels starting to come out. I think
Yeah, they keep running over the roof, and they keep running over my roof.
that's the save gas. They just kind of hop it into the
Yeah, the
airport.
save gas is hop over all the houses. You know what I mean?
So yeah,
It's
I don't know.
come
I was
to
gonna.
that.
So did anybody got any thought? Any of our people watching? I wonder how much, sir. I wonder how much people are. If someone ballparked it, I'm wondering what the average. Even the people that watch the show who are cord cutters, how much are they
Yeah,
paying
yeah. If you
a
check on
month? If
the thing there, you'll see I put more stuff up there for you. On start.
So Leon says he only pays for a VPN and real Debrid. Yeah, and you can inexpensive. That is an inexpensive way. Yeah. Be like $5,000. I guess if you did all the services.
Yeah. No, that 27 would be 5, maybe what Canadian or no or no, that is that would be
That's pound.
English. That would be
Yeah,
dollars.
that's pounds.
That's pound.
So
Yeah, so that would be
2,500 pounds, ain't that? That'd be $3,000.
So
No, that's a euro.
yeah.
So that's about 2,500 US. Because I think the pound and
Okay.
dollar's close. It's the euro that is in better shape than the dollar.
Yeah.
So Eddie's only paying 13 cents a day for Debrid.
Yeah. Look how long it took him to get that.
Yeah. And once you do it, Elfrose, what's up? He's hanging out with us again.
Hey, what's up?
Yeah. And that's the thing about, you're either gonna, and I've said it so many times, guys, you're either gonna pay in time to learn and to do some work and to research. You're gonna give some time. It's that time effort, that time equity, or you're gonna just give the money. So if you're like, I don't have the time, well, then you'll just pay for a service and you ain't got to worry about it. But if you're a person that's like, well, I'm looking to save $1, I'll spend a little time to learn so that I can save money, then that's the route you need to go. So yeah. Let's see. Denson started blocking live sports.
Yeah, blocking.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Dezen is getting to be a bigger company now. When it first started out with just boxing, wasn't it? Wasn't it just pretty much boxing early on?
Boxing, yeah. Or did they do baseball first? No, it was just boxing.
But they used to be easier to, their links were more available out and about, on Reddit or wherever you'd look for, you'd find those links. They've gotten more tighter, but they've gotten bigger events. So, of course they've locked down security. Yeah. So it is good. It's just you got to learn which one you want to do, guys. I was going to bring up an option, the K word. We had a couple, some add-ons updated. I've seen several add-ons updated. Several of them have moved. Several last week I spoke about that they moved to the ring base, and that gave them an improved speed. I did test out some of the some of the add-ons that were using shadows at base, and they've updated. It's actually pretty quick too. It ran. I can't remember which add-on I was running. It was running the shadow base, but ran really well. The times were great. So I think you got either way. They're going to run well, but I think you may see some add-ons updating if I can talk. I think that was all I had on the two. Yeah, those. So I know I saw like 3 or 4 add-ons that updated just today. So just keep an eye out for that. That's going to be happening, coming to a device near you. Vanced, we talked about Vanced, which was a
Yeah.
YouTube alternative, keeping you from having ads and tracking and all that stuff. That Vanced, they released an article or released a statement saying they were not threatened. There was people that were posting on Reddit that they were being all kinds of lies and saying,
They
well,
were
it's
going
because
away. Yep.
that they were Russian owned and that's why they were shutting down. And Vance posted a thing, said, no, we wrote what we wrote. It had to do with trademarking issues that YouTube had pushed against Vance. It was a trademarking issue, and you know, you're going against what we talked about, Google. And Vance after a point said, all right, yeah, all right, we'll shut Vance down. We won't distribute it no more. But there was rumors about an MTF was a reason why they were going down, but just know they got shut down because of the trademark issue, and they complied with the decision on that. So I know that there are lots of conspiracy theories about why they got shut down, but they were pretty honest about it.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about protecting your neck. All right. And I think we're going to talk about do some protect your neck, and we talk about this every week. Some more Android password stealing happened, and it was 100,000 users could be exposed to one of these things that was in the Google Play Store.
On the Google Pay. Yeah, was it the Pay Store or the Play Store?
It says Play. It says Play
no,
down.
Oh, it's Play. I'm sorry. I thought it was the Pay Store.
It said Play. And it's one of these cartoon things where it can cartoon your face. And people think, what's it hurt to cartoon my face? Well, it's linked to malware being installed on people's phones. And we've got to be careful what you install. Be careful of your bills. Be careful what you install on your damn phone. There is so much information on your phone, or most people's phones, because some people's going to be, I don't have jack shit. I got a flip phone. Most people nowadays that have some kind of a smartphone have all kinds of information in there. And if someone gets malware or virus or hacks your phone, that could be really devastating for a lot of people. If you've got your banking information, maybe you got your crypto shit in there, you could have all kinds of stuff that could be susceptible. So be careful what you install because, you want to protect that neck. Protect that neck. So, yeah, just kind of keep an eye out for that. Oh, on the something I thought was kind of funny and about a hack happened with the gas stations. Did you see that where they hacked a gas station? And so basically they were able to hack the gas pump overnight, and people could just pull up and get free gas. They had a camera, and this was in North Carolina, actually. It was in High Point, if I'm not mistaken. North Carolina. And they were able to run this device in front of the keypad, and it basically unlocks the pump. And they said that they actually, some pumps do that. They have that thing to where if weight measures has to measure, like if you take they'll measure to make sure when you say you're selling a gallon, that it's a gallon. It can't be 0.95 of a gallon. It's going to be a gallon. So weight measures in North Carolina will check it, because they would measure me for weights. They would check make sure your turkey weighed the right weight. So there's a device that those guys have that they could swipe at the gas pump, and it unlocks it. So this mug and his friends, it said they had some other cars that were lined up, and they swiped the thing, and it says approximately stole $1,600 worth of gas. So, that was only 2 cars probably. 16. Yeah. So yeah, it was $1,600 worth of gas. It said 400 gallons were stolen during this time. They said that numerous people pulled up. So obviously, him and his friends, he's like, all right, Hoss, I'm getting ready to go unlock that pump at 2 a.m. Up the corner.
Come on by.
I'm going to swipe it. Hey, what happens after I leave? I can't do nothing about it. And so he's like, yeah, man, the people line up grabbing that free gas. So, yeah, so the article talks about there is a lot of gas pumps that have old software in it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought the first part when I first started reading this, I thought it was going to be about those things where they steal your card information, because you've
Mm-hmm.
seen that at gas
Yeah.
pumps.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Yeah. Oh yeah.
they basically put a false front on the front of the gas pump, and you
Mm-hmm.
push it in
Yeah.
there,
Just
and
put
it
it right
steals your
over
info.
it, and you push it in, and
Yep.
it sucks the
And so
card
that
in, and then it
yep
spits it back out at you when it says it's
yep, and
done.
it's done read your information, so then it's got your
Yeah.
info.
Yeah. It's got
So
everything.
I thought that's what this article is to be about, which is that is a real problem.
Mm-hmm.
So be careful, you guys, wherever you're using your card. Um, so this software, it said that old pumps were running old software and people could hack into it. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe
Hey,
maybe one of your friends got one of these little passy things.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
It's some free
I have
gas.
to look about that. No, you know who would have those?
Mm,
Well, I won't say here. I can't say here. I'd be out of my
yeah.
mind because I got to try it first. So I'll
Yeah,
I'll
no
I'll update
information.
everyone. No information needed. I'll update everyone when I
Keep on the
know.
DL. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah, I'll keep that one on CL. But I know
yeah.
exactly what to do
All
now.
right.
Yep.
So yeah, we're gonna find about Auburn in jail. You're gonna be like, Dabs, can you get me
No,
out? I'm in jail. I was stealing some gas.
no,
So
no,
yeah,
no,
it's
no.
hacking the gas pumps, which
Mm-hmm.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
um, let's see what we have up here. We had my boy, the man I'm always hating on, Mr. Bruce Willis.
Oh my gosh. Oh my
All right,
gosh.
and I hope Charles is watching this. Is Charles in the side chat down there?
Yeah, yeah, I think he is.
Is he still here? Because we're talking
I
about
hope
his
so.
boy.
Yeah, it's my boy
Because
too. So.
I know, and you know me, I'll be dogging his ass
Hmm.
out because
Yeah.
he makes some shitty movies. So there was an
Not
article
shitty.
that was shitty
Okay.
movies.
All right. How about this? Who's worse, Bruce or
Don't say Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage?
And I say, see why? That's the only name you got. I mean,
No, I got
Nick
one other. I got one.
Medea, Tyler Perry.
No, McConaughey, Matthew McConaughey. Of those three, who's the worst?
Oh, Bruce. But well,
Oh
see,
no
but see, all right.
way.
No, Nicolas Cage has been doing it longer. Okay, but
Hmm. He's
but Bruce
royalty.
Bruce kicked it up a notch the last few years, though. He said he said, "Oh, you got how many movies, Nicolas Cage? Oh, I'm gonna show you how many movies I can release real quick." But and I mean, this is a back and forth that we talked about that. And Charles was always about
Charles is
how
here.
good
He
Bruce
is here.
is. He there? He like,
Yeah, he's
Bruce.
here.
Remember back in what shit? What was that one with the airport?
Nakatomi Tower. What are you talking about?
Was that the damn one? The first one? Die
Uh,
Hard. Fuck.
Die Hard.
Die Hard. And he's like, quoting Die Hard. I'm like, Bruce was good back
Mhm.
then. He was good. I ain't knocking him.
Okay.
But
Did you at least
Red was
watch
good.
Bruce Willis? Did you watch him like back in his moonlighting days or not?
Yeah. I remember
Okay.
on the TV show.
All right.
Yeah, and I didn't.
Okay.
But I'm saying, of the last few years, if I saw his name was in the marquee, I'm
Mhm.
probably not going to bother watching it because I've seen enough that But he's having serious. They're saying that he has Alzheimer's, or excuse me,
Yeah.
amnesia. It says it's
Amnesia.
confirmed
No.
amnesia.
It's confirmed amnesia.
It says
But I
amnesia.
thought they were. Okay. I thought it was Alzheimer's or no.
I thought
The one with the D.
no, it is right here.
What's
That's
that
what it says.
word?
That's what it says.
Not. And she
Yeah, from
laughed.
the
Does everyone hear that? Did everyone hear that? That she laughed. We're talking of a whole household there. The people that are Bruce haters. That's a Bruce hater. Okay. Man.
Well, the
You guys are
article says
wrong.
amnesia. I'm just saying, and I looked it up.
I thought it
couldn't
was
find nothing.
dementia.
I thought it
it
was
was
too.
dementia.
I thought it
I
was,
thought
but I could not
because
find the article.
they've been giving them the thing, the hearing aid things there so they can read them as lines.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not bad.
yeah. Well, it's obvious. It's obvious. I mean, and so I guess he's just trying to get some money for it because he couldn't work no more. But yeah, it
Well,
said
he
that
wants to take care of his family.
Yeah, one of the directors said, he's been deteriorating. So, yeah, that's But honestly, I mean, great movies. You got Die Hard, Pulp Fiction, Sixth Sense. I mean, some great movies, but
Yeah.
the last few years is bad. Liam Neeson. I saw someone post about Liam Neeson. That's another one that's I've gotten to where when I see the Liam Neeson movie, I'm like, no.
Listen, you know what? You need to think about the scripts that these guys are given. How about that? Because the scripts that they're
But you have
getting
to accept the
aren't
script.
crap.
You have to accept
Yeah, you
when
have to.
I
No,
read the
no, no.
parts.
It's not that he has to accept the script. He has to accept. Oh, this is some form of money coming in. Okay, because tell me if you were Bruce Willis and you said, well, I haven't gotten a movie in a while because nothing is good. I'm not going to do it, or do I want to have money to pay my bills? What are you going to do? You're going to pay the bills.
Yeah, yeah. I
You're going to
guess.
pay the bills.
Yeah, yeah.
Not
You
like
know
Bruce
what?
Willis should have many bills, but you're still going to pay the
Oh,
bills.
oh. That reminds me. When I was doing research on this article, it said his house is $9.6 million house. It said his house 9.6 million. See, his birthday was just this week. Because I kept when I
Hmm.
was doing searches for about this information on this, it was there was a bunch of happy birthdays from Demi Moore and stuff like that she wrote out a big
Hmm.
thing. But I think I'm wondering, does he really have dementia, Alzheimer's, amnesia, whatever it is?
I
I don't know.
listen.
I
I
think.
just
All right,
watched the movie
listen to me.
and I noticed that there was a thing in his ear. Okay,
So,
I
all
did.
right. So, Auburn. So maybe he's claiming he has this because he's getting a Razzie this year, his own category in the
But it wouldn't
Razzies.
be his. It wouldn't be.
So he's like,
Listen.
"Hey, I've got health
He's
issues. You don't need to
he.
give me a Razzie."
No, because he can make fun of himself. Look. Did you ever watch his roast? The roast of Bruce Willis.
I don't think I've seen that one. I mean, I've seen a lot of
If
roasts,
you've
but I
seen that
don't
roast, you'd
recall.
understand that he don't give a. He don't care. He don't
Yeah.
care. You know what I'm saying? And you need to watch that. How about you watch that and then you come back to me?
All
Because
right, I'll
he's
check. I'll
he's
check that
taking
out.
a lot of
I'll check
stuff.
that.
The
I don't
beach
know.
is
I
talking
could be.
about Jerry curls. About Jerry curls too
Oh,
is coming
Jesus.
out
That
here.
is Bruce Willis going to be in that one? I bet he'd do
Yeah,
well.
it's gonna be in Jerry curls too. Yeah. You know what
Another old guy giving it up um, is Maury Povich.
I'm
Um,
yeah.
I want to know who the hell is going to take over now. I mean, how are we
I
going to
don't
know
know.
who the daddy is? I want to know who the
Nope.
daddy is because if he's gone, then who's running the paternity test?
Who?
I mean,
No one. I don't know
I,
what they're gonna do.
I want to. I
Um,
want to say that I had read earlier that it had 1,500 episodes. I thought it was 1,500 episodes. I don't see it on this article that I pulled up before the show. But giving it up.
1,500 or 15,000? 1,500?
Ah,
It just seems as it like it would be
it
more.
could be a
Because think
thousand.
about how many. Because no, think about how many. Oh no, I guess 100 episodes for a TV show is a lot. I'm just thinking about like The
Yeah.
Simpsons, like how many. That's like 30 seasons. That uh, you know, what was it? They do 24 a season, maybe.
Hmm.
You know, it's still a lot. It's still a lot. Even 1,500 is still a lot.
Yeah. I was gonna look to
But
see
I
if
don't
it
know
had.
who would. No one could take his place. Not even Jerry Springer would sit there and
Somebody
say, "Oh,
could.
let me do that." You know what I
Somebody
mean?
could. I mean,
Someone's gonna try, but they're not gonna
somebody.
be as good. No
Well,
one's gonna
somebody's
be
gonna
able to
be.
have that look on their face, like, yeah. We all know already that you are the father,
Yeah. There's
and
somebody.
and open up that envelope with a straight face.
Steve Harvey gonna get that job.
Oh yeah,
Steve
of course.
Harvey.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're
Steve Harvey's
absolutely
gonna.
right. He will absolutely get that job. He'll leave that new judge one that he's doing, the judge show, and he'll do that.
Yeah.
He'd gladly do that. But you know what? He's got a lot of kids in Danso. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got quite a few running around. That's the last thing he needs is some girl coming up on there on his own show and say, you're the father of my kid. Here goes the paternity test and all that.
Yeah, and it's funny because we look at and everybody has seen this show. I mean, even if you weren't a
Oh
person
yeah.
that's watched this show on a regular, you
Hmm.
know what we're
You
talking
know.
about. When he's like,
Yeah. Yep.
he is the father,
The
and you know how they
father.
had the kids like in
Hmm.
one picture, and
In
sitting
one room,
backstage,
in another
and then
room,
and
backstage.
then the dad's like, man, that wasn't me, man, that wasn't me, and they'll
Uh,
in your I've told you, and oh my god, it's Jerry Springer,
no,
it's Jerry
the
Springer.
best of it is that when they have the guy in the back room and they have the decoy girl back there.
Yeah, or where they're like, well, we filmed you making out with her best friend before the show started. They always, yeah, Maury, yes, he can't.
Yeah.
But wasn't his wife was that newscaster, Chani
Yeah, yeah.
Chani
Connie Chung.
Hong, Connie Chung.
Connie Chung. Yeah,
Yeah, and she was,
yeah.
yeah, and now you don't. Does she do
I,
anything
I,
anymore?
I met her one day at a Jets game
You did.
with him. Yeah, yeah. I had seats on the 50 because a buddy of mine had connections and all. And there I am, and I turn around, and there goes Maury and Connie behind me. I was like, oh my
Oh
god.
shit.
Yeah,
So yep. So Maury's calling it all over. Hey, do you have
yeah.
all those episodes
Well,
on
can
your
you blame
Plex,
him?
please? Can you
No,
get
I
those
don't.
on your?
I
Can
don't.
you please get? All
I
right,
could get them,
I'll
but
give you till
I wouldn't.
tomorrow.
I
I'll give you
listen.
tomorrow.
I don't have. I don't have a need to watch any of that stuff. I really don't. It's funny. But you
Yeah.
know what? I guess I should. Have a couple of them to show later generations what it was all about.
Yeah, yeah. That was yeah, 30
Yeah, that
years
was some
all
funny
done.
stuff.
So yeah,
30
a lot of
years.
shows
That's
and
a. It's like
entertainment.
yeah, a lot of shows. 30 years. Wow.
Since we're talking about media, Amazon
Hmm.
completes its MGM merging with it, and I think it said 4,000 movies,
Hmm.
1,700 TV shows that are going to be at the availability of Amazon. Now, when they when the merge happens, usually you won't see all the films and TV show coming right away because it depends on if there's contracts that are given to certain Hulu or whoever has rights to certain
Hmm.
shows or to certain movies. But once that's over, we probably going to see the bulk of all the MGM content, which is a lot, going to be available on Amazon, which is actually going to make Amazon Prime a value. I don't want to say that it's not good, but to be honest, Amazon Prime Video for me, I didn't have what I needed.
Hmm.
Maybe somebody else it does,
Right.
but it
But how
just didn't
about some
have it.
of the original shows?
Well,
Have you
Amazon
watched
had a
any of the
few.
Amazon originals?
They did have,
Those
and
are pretty
some of them
good.
were all right, but I didn't like a lot of.
Yeah.
I mean, they were okay. But I mean,
Hmm.
in general, I would think that Amazon's library. Now, yes, there was The Boys. I think was on there. I think that was on the.
Hmm.
Wasn't it on Amazon? But
Or
they
was it?
they
I don't remember.
but there were some good shows, but not a lot. So now I'm sorry, I
Hmm.
spoke wrong. I said 4,000 movies as well as 17,000 TV episodes.
TV
So
episodes.
um so yeah, 17,000 TV episodes that will be available to them, and I don't know, so that
Hmm.
something to keep in mind. I also
Well.
saw that YouTube added a bunch of TV and movies
Hmm.
to their free. If you open up YouTube, let me see if I can. Let's see.
Yeah, they're gonna. But do you think that that's a lot because of the Google TV? Why
Well, I think
YouTube is
that they're
doing it?
they're just trying to compete. I mean, they're trying to compete.
Yeah, they're
You
trying to
know,
compete, but by because that they're really going to be trying to push in the Google TV. That's why I think
yeah,
that
true.
because
Yeah,
of how we spoke earlier in the show about with them giving up that information,
yeah.
quote unquote voluntarily. It's because they want to really be able to push their
Well,
TV platform and
well,
force everything to it.
And you're right, and I just thought about you would also want to keep a very friendly open door policy with the
with
with
all of the
Hollywood Motion Picture
right.
Association. You want to have
Hmm.
as friendly a relationship so that they may sell you movies or
Say
rights to things
show you
cheaply.
right, right.
So yeah, you'd be like, hey, we've accommodated with you guys.
Hmm.
You guys can cut
Yeah,
us a deal. Come
yeah.
on now.
And you didn't
Uh,
ask us to. We accommodated
yeah,
to you that
we
we
just
didn't have
voluntarily.
to.
Yeah, we
Right.
did it. So yeah, you're right about that. So,
Listen,
but
you
it
know.
so they added a bunch of stuff that's free with ads. So you're going to get ads. That's where they're going to make their money.
Hmm.
A bunch of movies and TV shows. And I when I looked through it, I saw mostly just movies. I didn't see much TV shows, and I might have just been looking in the
Hmm.
wrong place. But here's
Right.
free with ads, free with ads, free with ads.
Hmm.
Um, but YouTube also makes their money when you rent movies through them. So sometimes
Yeah.
people rent, that's
Hmm.
that's why these different devices, a lot of them want you to have other services where
Hmm.
you actually rent something.
You'll rent something.
But this is an option if
You
you're a
know, because I
person.
can even look at the Play Store. You know what I mean? I have a feeling
Mhm,
that that because the stuff that's right now coming from the Play Store, right?
mhm,
For
mhm.
the movies and TV show, does that link to this?
I don't know.
You know,
Well, this
you
was
never
linked
know.
on Rent the best of, so
Hmm.
so I don't know. There's a lot of stuff. I mean, if you're a person that's looking to cut the cord, IMDb does a great job. Remember that browser? You can use it.
Yeah, the
Go to the
IPTV. Yeah.
IMDb TV site, or
Hmm.
IMB.TV or something like that. But
IMDb, IMDbTV.com.
okay, there you go. So you can go there and you can actually watch movies on the website there, and they're
Hmm.
free. So that's another,
Don't
just another
forget
free
about
option.
the best one, Plex. People, don't forget on your Plex.
Yeah, well,
You know,
Plex
you
does
can. They
offer.
give you quite a bit.
They
They
do.
give you
They do
quite
give
a
you
bit.
free TV. They had
Hmm.
free movies that
And
are,
movies and TV.
yeah,
You
and some
know,
of them it's older
because
stuff.
that's like it's older stuff. But you know what? If you're on your Plex and you just do search for a TV show or a movie, and if you don't have it locally on your own server, it's going to look everywhere else for it, whether it be your friend's servers or
Yeah,
what Plex
I've
gives you. And you'll be amazed at some of the stuff that that's there. And you say, "Hey, I can at least watch that." You're going to have a commercial in it, maybe, but because it's going to pull it either from Crackle or whatever other free things that Plex is allowing.
yeah, you're right. It does offer a lot of content, and it does
Yeah.
offer free content that you're able to
Hmm.
to watch. So yeah, and
Yeah.
I do like the search, as you said, it will search your Plex, and now I've noticed
Hmm.
it does check other people's Plex,
Hmm.
which I don't remember it doing
Right.
that before, but it
It's
definitely
been
does
doing
that.
it. It does it. It does it. And they'll see, and then when you could even select, what happens is like when you select a movie or TV show,
Hmm, hmm.
it'll say, oh, okay, it's on all these friends, it's on yours. You can pick which one that maybe a friend has it in a 4K version or something. If you wanted to
Yeah,
watch it,
yeah,
you can go that route. You know what I mean?
yep, yep, and yeah, it's giving you it's a very good software. I mean, wow, House of a Thousand Corpses,
You see, they have a lot of stuff on there.
and this is I'm
People
not
don't
even
realize.
signed in.
Right.
So
You'd be
yeah, this is a
amazed
free.
at how much is there.
So yeah, check. That's another option for you guys if you're looking to save money. If you
And
have
and they
Plex,
all and it also changes a lot, because they take stuff in and out.
yeah,
So
yeah,
which is pretty neat. They cycle this stuff. But but at least if you're searching for something to watch, Flex is always a great option. So
yeah.
hopefully everyone is almost drunk by now because
Yeah, I
I
know.
said
You're
my
lucky. Yeah.
said
Hey, I
my
actually
Flex
had a
bits today.
drink. I had a
Uh
drink I
huh.
was going to bring with me onto the show. One of the big tall ones, but it was
Uh
I
huh.
bought a new one and I didn't know what it was. So it said it was a berry cider. I was like, berry,
Uh
that
huh.
sounds good. I'll try
Very.
a berry one.
Yeah.
That berry was not a berry for me. I was like, that
Uh.
berry is berry too much. I could
Mhm.
not. I
Mhm.
I took one drink and I said blue.
Yeah.
She tried it and she goes, not a fan. I poured the
It's
whole
like a
thing out.
red berry.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
no.
but it was like it almost was like wine, but not a good
Oh,
wine.
okay. Right,
Not a
right,
good
right,
one.
right.
I was like, I
Okay.
can't do that.
Hmm.
So another in the tech shit, talking about tech stuff. Steam is jumping on. You're gonna find Steam is being released on the Chrome OS. Now, I don't know the Chrome OS. I'm thought it was the Chrome browser, or because it
Uh,
says that.
I read one thing saying that okay, that Steam is going to be available for people who have the Chromebooks.
Mhm.
So that's why I thought it
Okay,
was just okay on that OS that way. But I
yeah,
did
that's
read something
true.
else about there being a new Steam add-on that you can run in
Okay.
Chrome. So it might be both. It might be both places.
Yeah. Well, this one here talks about it, but it also talks about that you needed kind of the high end stuff. So you can't be doing this on
Hmm.
some old
Right.
tablets that you got. Says at least 8 gigs of RAM, 11th generation Intel Core i5
Hmm.
or i7 processor,
Uh huh.
and then this Intel Iris Xe graphics chip. So it's not going to run on a small device. In there, you can run some games. You can see Skyrim,
Hmm.
Portal 2, Witcher, all those Half-Life 2, so Fallout 4. So a lot of your more graphical games, uh, but you're going to be able to run them on that. But this is early. I mean, everything I've read about this is it's not running great,
Yeah.
and you're going to need
Right.
a certain device. So it just makes me think more and more that we've talked about cloud-based gaming on a lot of
Hmm.
like with all these cloud services that you can sign up and play on a Fire Stick. You can play, all kinds of games on your Fire Stick that you wouldn't think would
Hmm.
run because they're running off the
Right.
cloud. Um,
Right.
it's just another sign that everything is moving to some cloud server to run. And this kind of leads into our last two big topics, and which was about NVIDIA releasing a new graphics card. Now, I should
Yeah.
say this graphics card is not for you, most people. This is a graphics card that's going to
Hmm.
be a very high end graphics card, more
Very,
used
very high.
for workloads. They're really pushing the high end of this stuff, that the capabilities of this stuff. So new graphics processor. We'll see when. I didn't see when it said it was even going to be released. I didn't even
Um,
see that. I don't recall. But this is part of that. What was the technology? Um,
um,
was it
it was
the
like it got
Hooper?
like
Was it called
course,
Hooper?
course.
More CUDA. The Grace CPU chip. The Hopper. That's what it is. Hopper. There it is.
Okay.
Hopper H100 graphics processor unit. Um, but it's going to run with this new chip that's coming out that
Hmm.
is, again, more for the server end of it. And it makes me think these are the type of things that are going to be going in all this cloud-based service stuff when we're using cloud gaming. This is a brand new chip. They said doubles the performance. I thought that was kind of neat. It talked about the benchmarks and said it was going to be used in a lot of supercomputing, hospitals, a
Hmm.
lot of when it's crunching numbers, large scale
Yeah.
number crunching. I don't see it now, but another high end graphics chip, but it's going to be more for the servers. But it's neat that they
Hmm.
keep coming out with more. And the thing about when they
Yeah.
come out with this stuff on the industrial side, some of that technology is going to drizzle down to the consumer
Hmm.
product,
Yeah.
where
Yeah. And then
consumer product,
the prices,
yeah,
then prices come down.
and it's going to be a little while. So, and I talked this
No,
morning
they're
on.
slowly starting to come down.
I was talking on
Some of
Sharon's
these
show
other
about
parts.
wait
Uh
until
huh.
summer before you buy a card
Oh yeah.
because
Oh
there's
yeah.
continuing to drop.
Hmm.
Let's see here. Hold on a second. You know what time it is?
No, so did you get the other the great
We're going
All
to
right.
Auburn sites of the week. So what we got here, Auburn? The deep sea.
Um, yeah, deep sea for all of our fishing fans that are out there, and you know, people that might like to watch any of the fishing shows. And you ever wonder, where and how deep some of these fish are that you're fishing for? This is
Mm-hmm.
just a quick site that'll let you scroll on through and explore how deep is,
Yep.
and how deep down these fish are. I
Yep.
thought it was pretty cute and pretty neat as a
Yep.
quick one to show you guys. Uh,
It is kind of interesting because you think, all right,
whales.
so we're
Yeah.
at 126 meters there.
Hmm.
Bluefish, all that at 100. Well, flounder under that's 80, probably 80 meters. Yeah, 76 meters.
Uh-huh.
And as you go down, you think, okay, we're going to kind of get to the end of this, but we
Yeah,
don't. We
right?
get sea
And then you
lions,
don't.
blue shark, black drum. I used to sell drum, and I didn't know what kind of
Yeah.
fish that was, but we would sell
Uh-huh.
it. You're
Yeah.
176 meters.
Wow.
Mackerel, 180 meters.
Hmm. Yeah.
And I can't believe penguins go fucking 200 meters deep in the water. They go
You
down that
ever
far.
have you ever seen them go down?
Well, that's
It's
that's just
amazing. It's
that's a
amazing
long
watching
way.
them dive down. It is a long way, but to watch them dive down into it, when they're eating something down there, it's amazing.
Mm,
Absolutely
yeah.
amazing.
So thick-billed Merdive, Merdive, wolf eel. Ugh, that looks creepy. So we get down. We're
Mhm.
250 meters.
Yeah.
Great white shark, blue dolphins at 300 meters. Gummy shark, humans, the deepest that a
Mhm.
scuba diver has went, 340 meters. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna run to the end. No, here's a tuna
Nope.
at 425. And what's funny is, all right, so I would have never thought a Chinook salmon this deep. I wouldn't have thought. I wouldn't
Mhm.
have thought 400 meters or almost
Well,
500
you got to
meters.
think. Well, think about it. You got those fish in cold water that
Hmm.
they need to get warmer. They're gonna go down deeper.
Damn, emperor penguin, 530
Yeah.
meters.
Wow.
Swordfish, and some people say, why is
Mhm.
swordfish so expensive? They're 550 meters deep. And
that's
one of the
that's a lot of real. Okay.
yeah, the damn spiny crabs, king crab. All
Hmm.
right, and I'm like, I kept
All
going. All
your
right, this is
deadliest
going to
catch
end.
fans.
Is
Yeah.
it monkfish, cod, Pacific cod, and there is a fish that I saw on here. There's that angler fish with the glowing thing.
Hmm.
Is orange roughy. Now, we used to get orange roughy, and that was one of the things I had read about when I was doing my butchering stuff. It's one of the
Uh-huh.
deepest fish that is commercially fished, and it's
Wow.
so 1,100 meters deep. And this fish
And
isn't real
I
cheap.
guess they asked a lot for it. Huh? Yeah, it couldn't have been cheap.
No, it got to be. I mean, it was a good $25 fish if it was fresh.
Wow.
If you were
Wow.
getting it frozen, you could be maybe in the $20
Hmm.
range. But orange roughy,
Yeah.
so yeah,
Wow.
okay.
Yeah. It
Ain't no
goes
more
down.
fish. Damn, when is it? It's the center of the earth. So yeah, all right. So we got that
Yeah.
site. So that is
Okay, got that
Neil
one.
Fun. Neil Fun. So if you guys, if you got some grandkids, you want to talk about different fish, that's and how deep the fish
Hmm.
swim. So that's a pretty neat idea.
Yeah.
Here's for the adults in the
Okay, the
party
other
though,
one. Yeah.
which was make me a
Yeah.
drink. It's kind of
Yep.
like make me a sandwich, but in
Yeah,
drink.
it's like it's great because it's in drink form where you could say, "Oh, well, this is all I got in the house," and it'll let you know what
Ah,
you can make, which is really neat sometimes. Or you can pick a flavor of something, and like if you like cherries, he'll tell you what you can have as a drink that way.
wait a
It
minute.
does.
I didn't see that. How did I do? How do you do that? I
Um,
just thought that it was like a recipe card.
no, No, you know I'm
You know what
gonna
I
find
mean?
you something.
Like, how do I
Yeah,
get a?
no,
How
I'm
do I
gonna.
make a mojito? You click it, and it's gonna tell
No,
you how to make
no,
a
no.
mojito.
If you go to, I think was it My Bar? What was it under My
Okay, let me
Bar
go. My
maybe?
bar. My bar.
Was it My Bar? What was in
Yeah,
there?
yeah,
I
it must
can't.
be because I didn't
I
go there
can't
yet.
think.
Okay,
Yeah.
so get started, and you select liqueurs, coffee liqueur. So I have
Or is
some
it
of
that?
that.
Or is that? Is it saying you can make up a bar of what
So I
you
can
had?
add.
Yeah,
So
you
I
can add
had
your stuff to
coffee
your bar, and
liqueur.
then it should be able to tell you what you can make.
Add. Okay, so I'm just gonna. I'm gonna throw some spirits in here. Hold on. Let's just.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do some rum. I got some rum. What kind of rum? Oh my God, what kind of rum? I'm just gonna say just regular rum. Yeah. All right, and let's see. Popular ingredients is that? All right, so vodka. Yeah, let's get. We got some vodka. Let's add some vodka. Whiskey and triple sec. You know, because make me a cocktail. So let's. So I click this. It tells me.
Um,
Okay. So now it tells me. Oh, it tells me what things I can make with what I got.
right, right.
So Black Russian, a Jack Cafe, a Paralyzer. So an Irish shot, Irish coffee shot. What's that? Half Kahlua, half Irish whiskey, or half ounce each of each. So half and half. Oh, okay. Well, that's a neat
Mhm.
idea. So yeah, you tell it what you got, and then it tells you, hey, these are some drinks that you can make. This is some whiskey and white rum, Kahlua and a shot of bourbon. Oh shit, Auburn, I gotta save that site. I thought, no, seriously, I looked at the page
Yeah, yeah. I
because
told you it was
Auburn
neat.
looks at this,
It
and
doesn't.
I went through and I was like, oh, a basic cocktail, or like I
No,
saw that sex on the beach.
it'll
How
even
do I make a
do
sex on the
like
beach?
yeah, but it does other neat things.
That's
If
neat.
you scroll down there, it'll tell you by flavors. You know, it does all kinds of different things. You know, or if you just have a certain like see like they lemons, like you know what I'm saying, you could just say,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah,
I
lemon
just want
cocktails.
something with right, you know what I mean?
All right.
You can find stuff that way. It's
Okay.
pretty
Yeah,
neat.
you're right. Yeah, because here's a,
Mm,
vodka sour I can make with that. Tells me what I need.
right.
Hmm. All right. I will be. I'll save this site because this is a handy site. This is a
Yeah.
handy site. And definitely, and look at, you can tell it what kind of glasses you don't
Mhm.
have, and you can uncheck them so to show you what kind of drink you're
Yeah.
going to be making.
Right.
Yeah, and you can see I've got my tells 6 ingredients that it says that I have.
Hmm.
So, that definitely is a good site. And what was this called again?
Make me a cocktail. Make me a cocktail.com.
Makemeacocktail.com. Huh. Damn, that's a neat site. That definitely, it had more to it than I thought, honestly.
Uh huh.
I thought it was just a
They
recipe
always
for.
do.
Yeah, honestly, Auburn does a good job of finding some of these things. So yeah, hopefully you guys paid attention. So
Otherwise, they'll be.
there you go. Yeah, I just had to finish
And
up. That
okay.
was the sites of the week.
Yeah. And we have player pass. Going to talk
Play
about
or pass.
for Wednesday the 30th.
Yep,
The movie is Nitram. Nitram. It's
right
an
here.
Australian movie. Yeah, Australian movie. Uh, watch it. Vote on it. Um, and what else we got? The fights this
So,
weekend.
yeah, well, hold on. Let me for
Okay.
play for player pass. So if you've not
Okay.
watched this show before and you're new and you're just kind of tuning in, you're like, "What the hell is this guy rabbling about?" If you've caught us at this part where we talk about player pass is on every Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern, and we review a movie that was that was voted the week before for us to have to watch. So each week we give a movie is voted on, and we have to watch it before the following Wednesday. NitRam was voted, and it is a I'll say just a strange movie from just the trailer. I've just seen the trailer, and it piqued my interest because you don't know what it seems like. It could
You
go a
have
lot of
no
different
idea
ways.
what's going to happen. It goes a lot
It's
of different ways. It does. It
so
really
yeah,
does.
it looks like it won some cans, the
Yeah,
cons fest,
won quite a few awards. It won
yeah, at the
Cannes.
cons festival. So
Yeah, it, you know, and it's a true story. So
those
um,
are always the weirdest ones
that's
too.
it. Yeah. This took turns
So
that I didn't know it was going to take, and then it wasn't until after, I watched movies that I actually did know the story,
all
and
right.
so that's what
One of the reviewers says darkly captivating.
hmm
Darkly captivating, an astounding slow burn of true crime
Yeah.
drama. I mean,
Yep.
just
Yep.
the trailer. I was like, I don't think this is going to win this week, but I'm going to watch it because I think it's weird. And now I
hmm
have to watch it because it did win. So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
NitRam next Wednesday, 5 p.m. Be
Yep.
sure to join the Telegram group and all that stuff. But yeah, you check us out on that. Let's see, UFC, right?
Yep. This week, tomorrow, we have uh, um, Blades versus what was it?
Nicolas.
DeCals. Yeah, DeCals.
Nicolas.
Yeah, main card starts at 7, and the prelims are at 4. I definitely jump in for the prelims because the prelims have been much better than
So
the main fights. It
so
should be
the
a good fight, though.
main event 7 p.m. That's well, since I'm in Canada, it's saying TSN, probably
Canada.
ESPN.
Yeah,
ESPN, I would
ESPN.
guess.
Yeah.
So that's 7 p.m. So it's an earlier. It's not a pay per view. It's a ESPN or
No.
ESPN Plus, one of the two. TSN here in Canada. Lots of good fights. Matt Brown. Oh,
Yeah.
I always like watching Matt.
hmm
France is
Yeah.
fighting. KAKAR France.
hmm Yeah.
Wow. Lafleur.
hmm
That's gonna be a that's gonna be a that's gonna be a
That
good
that
that's gonna be a good
that
card.
that Oleski Olenek, that's going to be a good one.
Yeah.
I think that'll be a good one.
Yeah.
Take a look
And
at
we'll
the
definitely.
prelim card. Look at the
Yeah.
prelim card for me.
I was looking. I didn't see the prelims. I think that
Go
was
up to the top. Go up to the top, and then
yeah.
next to the main card where it said there. No, go down. Go down a little.
Oh, here it is. Yep, you're
Okay,
right.
yeah, right
Yep,
there.
there he goes. Neil has fought. We've seen him fight a lot.
Yeah.
He's a scrapper.
Neil Magny is good. Yeah.
Another Russian.
Um,
He's gonna be from
yeah.
Dagestan or Dagestan. Guarantee it. He's coming from
Yeah.
Dagestan or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times the
Yeah.
prelims, and you said 4 o'clock, right?
Yeah, 4 o'clock on the prelim.
So 4 o'clock. We will. I would say one of us is going to be broadcasting this on big screen. Somebody's going to be broadcasting this.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't get the West Virginia fights till next week. They're back,
Okay.
I
All
believe.
right. All right.
Yeah, next week West Virginia's back. Pillow fights still aren't back, but the PFC, I don't know if they're going to be back. The Professional Fighting League. Uh,
Yeah.
we're waiting for some good stuff, but even Bellator, we're still waiting on them. So,
Yeah.
as
Well,
much as
we've
I
got a
hate to
bit.
admit it, I have to give Dana some credit for keeping fights on for everyone. Good
Well,
fights.
but I have to be honest. The
hmm
NCAA
Oh yeah,
tournament's going on, so
true.
my team is still in it, and they play tonight
Yeah.
at
Okay.
9:30.
Oh, okay. So you got
Duke
to I
won
got to
yesterday.
good thing yeah, but you got to remember you got to let me know, otherwise I can't put my whammy
Well,
in
you
for
got to
you.
put your hex on them because
Yeah.
Carolina plays UCLA. North
Okay.
Carolina plays UCLA tonight at 9:30. We've
Okay.
broadcast again on Saturday nights. We broadcast a lot of events. So if you have an Oculus or big screen, you need to join in on us and join the and if one of us. If I do it, it'll be Dabs something, Dabs MMA, Dabs Fights, Dabs Sports something, DABS. Sometimes Roger will do it, and but join our Telegram group for Oculus, and you'll find out. So yeah, got those couple. Any other big events going on this weekend? You got the NCAA, which is every day up until Sunday. So
Trying to think of can't think of anything else. Yeah, yeah, I know you didn't want. I guess you didn't want to talk about the Vimeo thing. None of that other stuff I had.
nah,
There, right? Okay, yeah. So okay, yeah. So then
there's a
that's
few
it for
people
me
use
then.
Venmo.
Yeah.
I was gonna run through some of the stars that you had thrown up there. The K app
Yeah.
and
Okay.
RD value. Yeah, anybody that's using the K app and RD, it is what it is. I mean, use it, don't use it. I know it's worth it to me, and the savings. Shrink and share in the K app is worth learning about. It does provide. Let's see, Philly Dave. Anyone use MB Media Server? Plex Server is the only one installed on the Video Shield as far. I have not installed. I did not mess with MB. You didn't mess with MB, right?
No, I didn't. And
Yeah, I didn't.
because Plex really, took over my life.
Yeah, MB's very similar to it.
But
And I think
yeah, it's
isn't
very
MB.
similar. They say it's pretty good, but I just it's a for free app, but I just don't use it. I pay for my Plex and I'm really happy with it. As a matter of fact, they just did another update, and they added. What I noticed that they added is, it's like when you're playing something in Plex now, and you hit the pause button, it puts up like a big pause in there. Like the two slashes there symbol. It does that now, and then it goes away. But I see that they added that. That's where you actually know. Oh, I paused it, because sometimes sometimes you hit the button, you're not sure that whether or not it paused it. They did that, so I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah, the only issue I ever have with Plex is if how you can skip the intro.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've noticed that if we skip the intro, sometimes the audio in the video is not in sync. You
it's not
actually,
synced up?
yeah, it's not
I
synced. I
never
mean, you actually
checked.
have to.
That's why.
We have to back out of the app and open it back up, and then it plays fine. But it's weird. It only when you skip the intro, but you don't ever skip intro. We skip intros.
I don't skip intros.
Short attention span. Blue and I are like,
yeah,
get past that.
Uh-huh.
New Rush beer is coming out, which I did see. It's called Moving Pictures. I did see an ad for it. I have not seen the beer. I've seen that it's going to be available. $15
12%
at 12% alcohol. But $15? Hell no. It's probably not going to taste good to me. So,
bottle. Yeah.
The new Reacher. I don't know when the new Reacher's coming out. Let me let's see. Let me go to the quickly going to go to I'm going to the website real quick. Yeah, I was going to see if it had any information. I heard that they did there is going to be a season 2. I did see that. But I don't think they've given a time frame. Release date.
We'd have to look at when the first season came out,
Yeah, I see. Well, that was February 4th of this year, because it has the.
So you got a long wait, buddy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it was a very good series. Anybody?
Yeah.
If you like the books and stuff, that series is good, and that is. Well, and hey, I was dogging out Amazon. We never use it, but yes, that is an Amazon thing, and it is a good show. But and it is renewed for a second season. There will be another season of this, which look at 88.2. That's a pretty good rating on IMDb. Usually, especially something that's been out for a little while.
Yeah.
That's still holding tight. 83,000 people voted. So, but yeah, good show. Let me see what else. If anybody else had anything. No, don't got that. Chuck says that MB and Jellyfin suck for us power users, and I know that Jellyfin is 100% free, and I mess with it for. I set up a server on my computer at one point and installed it on one of my phone, I think, and was able to stream. But between having that and I had Plex, there wasn't any need in having two.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like and hey Philly, I don't think he was hitting at you. I don't think it was a knock on you, Philly. I think he was just saying when you have humongous libraries, and we know that Chuck has a pretty extensive library. Yeah, because I know we've been in rooms where we've talking about how long it takes to scan his library, and it's not one of those things it's done in 30 minutes. It's like, I'm gonna check on that tomorrow or the next day. That his library is extensive. So yeah, I can see where that's what you're talking about. Power users, probably people with big account, big libraries. So yeah. All right, well, let's go ahead and roll out of here because I got to eat my dinner, and then you're going to do the after show.
Yeah.
You're going to have some people.
I'm even sure. I need to eat. But yeah, I'll be on for a little bit maybe, and then because I didn't know if the other guys wanted to do a round of golf.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. I'm sure I will.
They're sitting in VR now. I didn't know if they just wanted to stay there and we join them. But you know what? We'll jump in on the after show this way. If anybody has any other questions or anything, we can take care of them there.
Yeah, because I was looking, I didn't see any other. The only question I saw the question by Ray, and I was going to hit this. So Ray, I don't know what private music trackers are still out. For years, I was part of a couple different what.cd, and before then was Oink, different music sites that were invite only and had super libraries. Most of those sites have been shut down. So if there is some music library or music sites, torrent sites, people are going to have to send me a private message and say, hey, this is a private one. If you let me know, I try to, because most of those you have to be invited to. So you're going to just have to use the regular search engines, your Pirate Bay, again, using a pop-up blocker, and I'd probably use a proxy server. And that's when you're going to want to use your good browser with hiding all your cookies. But what's it? RARBG, Leet. What's it? L337. What's it? Leet. I think of it how. L1337 is a site that usually has music. I'm trying to think of some of the others that. I'm trying to think of. Yeah, I can't remember, but those. I'm trying. Hold on a second. Let me pull up because I had actually. Did a search. Someone was looking for like Fame and some of those old TV shows, and I couldn't find it. So the couple of the sites that are good, the RARBG, RARBG, Pirate Bay, of course. The 1337X is the website that I was using. I know that I have also used for myself the IP torrents and Lime torrents. I know I've used that. I don't know if they have music on those though. It says Torrents Z2 is another one that has a lot of music. So yeah, I would check 1337X, the RARBG, of course, Pirate Bay, and then that Torrents Z, and then the number 2. Torrents Z2. You can check for that if you're looking for some music. So yeah, it's I don't between the news groups and stuff, I don't collect a ton of music. So, and there is some. All right. So who was that? Ray. Ray, if I'm almost positive, Ray, you're on Telegram with us. Hit me up, and I will see about get you to an invite. There is some Telegram rooms that you can go to that actually has music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So sometimes if it's certain thing you're requesting on a music, you can actually request it, and sometimes they
You
can
request
get it.
Yeah.
And you just do it. You'll do it through Telegram. So hit me up, and we'll look you up on that. So we got that going. So we got that's all we got. You're gonna do the after show on
Yeah,
here.
I'll post it
Maybe
in the
maybe
streaming
we'll do a little
medicine.
walkabout a little bit
Yeah,
later.
walkabout.
Because I got to eat, and then I got to talk
take
to
it
Blue.
easy on me, though.
I got to talk to Blue for a few minutes before
Mm-hmm.
y'all take me away.
Just let her know that there's a whole community of people out here who like Bruce Willis that are offended by her laughter.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she got that from me because I'm always about knocking them. My grandbaby's doing wonderful, and it is tough being away from her. But my son and daughter-in-law are always posting pictures and video of her, so I'm seeing her all the time. She's growing. She's getting to where she's starting to kind of crawl a little bit, just getting it. She can roll, but she's just getting where. And and it's my grandbaby. But even Blue says that's got to be the cutest baby she's ever seen. I'm like, yeah, it's my kid. That comes off of these genes. Of course, that's a cute baby. But yeah, you know how grandparents are. They're like, that's the prettiest baby. So, all right. So thanks for everyone watching. Ray, hit me up on Telegram, and I'll try to get you into one of those other groups, if not one of those torrent rooms. And we'll see you guys Wednesday for, what was that movie again?
Knit
Ram. Yep. So.
Knit Ram.
Oh, Ray says he misses Demonoid. I do miss those. There's another one that I forgot that I used to have. So, all right. Streaming matters to us. Streaming matters to you. We'll see you guys on the next one. Thanks for hanging out with us.
All right.